Well, it's almost dinner time, so tonight I'm making a bacon cheeseburger casserole. I like nice, easy dinners that you don't have to fuss over too much. So, I took a pound of ground beef, half of a medium-sized onion. It was actually about 3 ounces of onion chopped. You could use garlic and chop it, or I did a teaspoon of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, little bit of pepper, and I sauteed it till the hamburger was cooked. What I do is to drain it, I put a colander over a pan or a bowl, could be a strainer, and you put the beef in here, let it drain to get all the fat out. This was a very low fat. It was 93%, so 7% fat. And there's a lot of juice that came out of it, so it's better to drain it, and that's how I drain it. I also cooked 6 pieces of bacon, and I cut it into pieces. And I'm also going to add usually about 1/4 cup of pickles, but I had made some pickles and I chopped them all up. And this is more like, it's not pickle pieces, but I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons in. But normally cutting up pickles, you will use 1/4 cup of chopped pickles. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I like ketchup on my bacon cheeseburgers. And normally I have keto ketchup, but I don't have any made, so you can just use tomato paste. It's just as good. Someday maybe I'll make a video making my keto ketchup. And you mix this all up, which is going to be hard with the tomato paste, but you mix that all up. And you're going to put it into a baking dish. Now, I like to spray my baking dishes because it's so much easier to clean that way, so I'm just going to spray with olive oil. And you're going to put the mixture, the hamburger mixture. Next, you're going to take 8 ounces of cheese. Cheddar cheese would be really good. We try to be dairy-free, so when we do eat cheese, we like goat's or sheep's cheese. I could not find goat cheddar. I used to buy it at Trader Joe's. We don't have a Trader Joe near us. They usually have a large variety of goat and sheep cheeses. But I grate it myself. Do not buy the already grated cheeses. They are full of starches. And I read the labels. Even when I'm buying something that I usually buy, I still read the label and make sure they didn't add any weird ingredients. I know I used to buy Applegate Farms lunch meats, and then they started adding starches to them, so I no longer buy those. I've even seen some mozzarella cheese that they've not only added starches to, but they've also added soybean oil. Now, why would you need to add soybean oil to mozzarella? I mean, it's like, and then they say authentic mozzarella, or they'll say authentic pesto, when there's no olive oil in it, that's all soybean and canola oil. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that is not authentic. So it's very easy to grate your own cheese. Of course, my mom grated her own cheese all the time, so I'm used to it. So you top your hamburger mixture with your grated cheese. Make sure it's spread all over. And this is part of why I spray the casserole dish, because when the cheese melts, it's going to be really hard to clean. In a small bowl, you have 3 eggs. To that you add a half a cup of mayonnaise. And this is mayonnaise that I made myself. And then a half a cup of, I have coconut milk. You can use any milk you want. If you, again, since it has cheese in it, if you'd like to make it with half and half or heavy cream, go ahead. I tried to limit dairy. So since I'm having cheese and goat's cheese, I still don't want to add more dairy to it. So I will use coconut milk. And then you just mix that all up really well. Actually, even better than a spoon, because the mayonnaise still looks a little lumpy. I have this small whisk, which will help to break up the mayonnaise. See, now it's not lumpy, the eggs and everything, that's all incorporated. So now what you're going to do is you're going to pour this on top. You're going to bake this at 355 degrees. Man, I haven't even had any dry farm wine yet. So 350 degree oven for 35 minutes. Then you're going to take it out, let it sit for 10 minutes before you serve it. So I'm putting this in a 350 degree oven for 35 minutes. I'll take it out, let it sit for 10 minutes, and I'll be back and show you at 45 minutes what it looks like. So the bacon cheeseburger casserole was in the oven for 35 minutes. I took it out and it's been sitting for 10 minutes. Look how delicious that. Oh my goodness, that looks good. I can't wait to taste it, which I will do right now. I'll try not to take a huge bite because I always take a big bite and then I can't talk to you. That is really good. The bacon, the hamburger, onions. Oh my, this is delicious.